He's great coat. Hey, PK. Yep. Hey, Kildot. It has finally been emojified. Hey, Vanna. The Cove one is kind of tough to see, actually. Just watching the end of last night's stream and got the notification as you're saying goodbye. And that you still showed up earlier in it. Hey, Gigi. Hey, Val. Hey, Layla. Can't get a membership until I get back to work. Aw. Hey, Barbara. So that means you can't post my jacket, Val. You can't post photos of my jacket. What's dinner? Dinner is currently on its way. I ordered right before I came on. Did you order? Wings. I ordered myself just some chicken wings. Just fuck it. Boneless? I don't think so. I don't think they're boneless wings. Yeah, I just ordered some wings, Kildot. I'll be eating them on camera. Hey, Color Purple. I see everybody's excited about the jacket. Less so about Cove. Though in fairness, it's kind of hard to see. It's very hard to see Cove there. I do wish the emojis were a little bit bigger, frankly. Yeah, I made them. Yeah, the Cove one is just too small. Hey, Jenna. You have tequila? Cool. I don't control the notifications, Jenna. From my Jade Dayla. Wish I'd slept better. I actually overslept. I take my mom out for Mother's Day. I don't remember. I don't know what day Mother's Day falls on. Felt. I don't know. Maybe I'll do something with her afterwards. Post Mother's Day. Put makeup on. I woke up at 8:27 p.m. after midnight. So what happened to me? Just could not for the life of me get to sleep last night, aka today, this morning. Canadian Mother's Day, May 12th. So I don't know what I don't know what U.S. Mother's Day is. Dress up and drinking. Sounds like a solid Saturday night. Yep. Doesn't. Well, yeah, it's on a Sunday here as well. I think it's the same here, Kildot. May 12th. Trying to take good thirst traps like a normal adult. Yeah, that sounds about right. Anyway, yeah, I just could not fall asleep. Finally, I did fall asleep and then slept until like 20 minutes ago. I don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo. I'm thinking about being single. I find Mother's Day to be exclusionary. I won't be celebrating it. I mean, there's also a Father's Day, right? Instead of watching Baby Reindeer, we have 2 episodes left. Soundscapes. I do not PK. I do not listen to soundscapes or white noise or anything like that. Flooding and floating away. I don't like the man I date. Oof. Then you probably should dump them. If you don't like him, then yeah, you should dump him. Girls should support girls. Indeed. What do you think about Britney Spears breakdown? What, did she have another one? Something happened to Britney Spears? Yeah, I don't even care. I'm on team leave Britney alone. The boyfriend was hitting her? Ooh. Oh, that sucks. Alright, so I think my food is here. So give me a couple minutes to go get my food. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. There we go. The Drake, this is. Not a whole lot more dead air than usual. Hey. I know. Anyway, somebody was talking about the airline's health. I know it is. So I was talking about Drake disses. I don't listen to rap, so it's not. The diss tracks are largely, you know, whatever to me. I am liking seeing the people talking about them. Get excited about them. Chair sticker now. Give me 1 second here. Show the wangs. When I woke up from that, I had a bloody nose. Oof. The wangs. Kid played an LA emo night. Get his hair in pigtails. Nice. Okay. They're mild. Mild wings. Terrible lighting. Yeah, it's sort of backlit. It's just from behind the camera. Rancher blue cheese? Neither, actually. Hey, Conmation. Look like the brother of my chemistry professor. I suspect we're probably not Conmation. AC low and fan on high. Yeah. Drag me up. Yep. You'll do that. I suck at sex. In disguise. Anyway, it's Star Wars Day. Which, whatever. Hey, Chris, just finished our marathon. Ooh, nice. Did have one Star Wars today. care if it was Star Trek Day. I suppose I didn't particularly care about Star Trek Day either. I think they mean a Star Wars marathon. I've done marathons of the original trilogy in the past. Personally, I prefer Trek. I enjoy Star Wars as well. Hey, little Craig. But Trek was my thing. Star Trek's my favorite. I don't know. I grew up on Next Generation and Deep Space Nine. Hey, Anunnaki. So those do still hold a special place in my heart, but I also do really enjoy Discovery and Lower Decks. Like the one with Tim Allen, Galaxy Quest. I never actually watched that one. Do you procure your fancy attire? This shirt? A store, I imagine. Like if you're asking where I bought this shirt, at a store somewhere. Years ago, probably. Kendrick's new diss track. I haven't listened to it. Rap's not really my thing. And rap beefs aren't really all that interesting to me. But people really seem to enjoy it. And it does seem to have been pretty brutal. One of those things where Drake should probably just like drop out of this beef. Yeah, like he should probably just be like, okay, I lost this one.
You already got shot in the grass. Yeah, I don't want to see it again yet. Another thing that's funny is like apparently Drake has like a team of writers. Yeah, like the diss tracks that Drake's been putting out. He's got like a team of writers. Kendrick is just, doing it himself, just writing the songs himself. So it's like 8-on-1, and Drake's still getting his ass handed to him. Called him a colonizer. And like called him out for like having a couple of didn't he call him out for being a deadbeat dad as well? Yeah, it's like for like 2 secret kids that Drake's not been taken care of. Secret daughter yet. And someone sent Kendrick a photograph of Drake's stuff from inside Drake's home. It's my favorite color. Probably red. Or maybe black. Like the void where my soul should be. Get that up. I don't know. I don't know. That's just some dog in the neighborhood. At least I'm pretty sure it's just a dog in the neighborhood. Yeah. So you can see that me going near a dog. I don't go near dogs if I can avoid it. What? Because I'm scared of dogs. It's a phobia. Face your fears? No, I don't need to. The small ones? Yeah, small ones as well. And see, small ones have the added problem of also being super fucking annoying. Who is my favorite philosopher? I do appreciate what a troll Diogenes was. You know, like, Plato described or defined man as a featherless biped. So Diogenes walked into a symposium Plato was giving, walked in with a plucked chicken carcass, and declared, "Behold a man!" Anyway, I'm gonna go wash my hands, so give me a moment. And now my mustache and beard are gonna feel all sticky for a while. watch it. I mean, I did sort of like, water in my hands and but only so much I can do. Like more absurd philosophers like Schopenhauer and Camus. Yeah, honestly, I'm not all that. I have read about philosophy, but I have read a couple of books about philosophers, but I remember very little. Read some now. I'll pass. Hey, kitty terms. What's new today? Yeah, nothing much. Last night I started recording my Let's Play of Final Fantasy III. Pixel Remaster. That game really just drops you right into the action. Watch the Canelo fight. I will not, Anunnaki. I don't really watch any fights. It's my favorite Final Fantasy. Probably 6. No, so Kendrick dropped another diss track. I have not watched Baby Reindeer now. Hey Joel, how to get the nickname? Uh, basically from my friend liking from my ex really liked pizza. Yeah, basically my ex really liked pizza. So she called me I think she called me pizza sauce. So she started calling me that. I don't know, I guess just because she liked pizza, she liked me. There's no understanding the way her brain works. Like you can't. There is no making sense of how her brain works. She's still my best friend, but she is a weird one. No, no, I mean nothing romantic anymore now. No, we are just friends. Have been for a long time. Yes, Chantal. Yeah, she said I think like she does. Well, that's definitely cause for concern. She is very strange, and she always has been. Can you really be proud of that neck? Yes, yes, you absolutely can. Farting and snorting and rat face. Yeah, she's fun. She is a fun person. Hey, donor predator, and she's not afraid to be strange. Can I get it tossed? I don't know what that means, Vanna, and I'm not sure I want to know what it means. It sounds dirty. It sounds like you're asking something dirty. I mean, we don't do that around here. We're family friendly around here, Vanna. The gutters are giant this time of year. Have I ever visited a prison? No. Don't think so. I don't think I've ever visited a prison. To the best of my recollection, no. Hey, super chat. Russell Brand became a Christian. Of course he did. That kind of feels like him, you know, embracing the grift. Because, like, he became, alt-right douchebag. So if he's gonna be, you know, alt-right douchebag, then, yeah, Christianity just feels like it's gonna be part of that. He used to love Russell Brand, but he's gone nuts. Well, what happened? What happened is, like, he started off, like, bitching about not being able to. Basically, he got pissed off about not being able to say the N word. Like, really, that's kind of what happened. Is he got pissed off that he couldn't say the N word. Uh, yeah, like, people are too sensitive. Woke culture, all this woke culture. People are too sensitive. He went down that bullshit, which got him, a lot of followers on the right. And then when sexual abuse allegations started coming out, holy shit, did he ever completely and totally embrace the far right? Because, they don't give a shit about sexual abuse allegations. I gotta blow my nose. Give me a second. It's always been a narcissist, yeah. You're welcome, Chris. I was trying to make sure that I'm off camera to blow my nose. Thoughts on Wesley Snipes' Blade? Good movie. He's simply Diana Lynn. The first Blade was great. Second one, not as much. Third one, I never watched. Thanks, Chris. It always disappoints me when comedians talk about, you can't, you can't joke about anything anymore. You can't tell these kinds of jokes anymore. People are too sensitive. You can't tell jokes anymore. It always disappoints me when comedians do those jokes, fall into that trap, because it's like, nobody, like, because, like, culture changes. Your jokes aren't funny, they're lazy, and you suck. Yeah, like, culture changes. Shit that was considered hilarious in the 60s was considered dated by the 80s, which fell in favor by the 2000s. Yeah, it's the 80s. Every comedian every male comedian back in the day was about how awful their wife is. Like, every goddamn comedian was telling jokes about
how awful their shrew of a wife is. Yeah, take my wife, please. To be fair, it's a good punchline. That was a solid punchline. But like, it is one of the things that it just became hacky. Like, it was overdone and became hacky, combined with just changing societal mores about marriage. Hey, Marbles. Like, I feel like these days, wish I could even joke about men, but my burning hatred prevents it. Fair. I love being satirical and offend a lot of people. George Carlin was good. Yeah. He wasn't necessarily always my kind of humor either. But I mean, one key thing about George Carlin is he wasn't, he could be offensive, but he was offending people in power. Like the 7 words you can't say on television, that was offensive towards, censors. How do you feel if Canada became a part of the US? Pretty pissed. What are the 7 words? I don't remember them all, but like fuck, shit. I think motherfucker might have been on there. Bitch. I don't even remember them all. Had a whole local comedian do a whole set about me because I refused to hug him once. That is weird. Yeah, I mean, it's like Jerry Seinfeld's been falling down that shit. And Jerry Seinfeld, was talking about like, how there are no sitcoms anymore because of the woke. One time in college, a guy asked if I wanted anything, and I said sure, a soda. And he got me 2 sodas, and later he came up with, after all I did for you. 2 sodas? Jeez. 2 sodas and you still didn't put out? What a bitch! Always Sunny did blackface. And like the creators of that show pulled the blackface episodes. Because they realized, you know what? But like Jerry Seinfeld was like, no sitcoms anymore because people are too easily offended. And he was talking about like, oh, you used to sit down to watch Cheers, Mary Tyler Moore, All in the Family. Jerry Seinfeld can't do a sitcom nowadays because he punched it down. And it's not fun. I mean, yeah, it's like, he can't do it. Like, Seinfeld can't get a sitcom now because he's just, I mean, I think there's a few reasons. The Seinfeld show was arguably too big a success. But I don't know, is he even trying to do another sitcom? I doubt it. He had a sitcom that lasted for a long time. I doubt he's interested in doing another sitcom, frankly. Yeah, he was talking about like, people used to sit down to watch
Cheers, Mary Tyler Moore, All in the Family. Those are sort of like the three examples he used of like classic sitcoms, and like you're telling me that fucking like you're complaining about cancel culture, about people being too easily offended, and your example is fucking Cheers. Cheers is your fucking example of you can't make sitcoms anymore because people are too easily offended. Shows I grew up with in the 90s and early 2000s would make the woke community have a stroke. But, I mean, not really. You're watching Friends? Yeah. And I mean, Friends has some jokes that aged poorly. There's the very occasional vaguely homophobic joke. Grounded for Life? Never heard of that one. 2006. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. But for the most part, Friends was super fucking tame. Hey, Moop Doop. Cheers? Super tame. Mary Tyler Moore Show? Very tame. All in the Family? All in the Family did, hey, Ugly Hobo. All in the Family did occasionally have some offensive jokes, but they were, like, the point of them was that you were supposed to disagree with Archie Bunker. Archie Bunker was portrayed as wrong. Like, you weren't supposed to agree with him when he was making racist comments. According to Jim. Never watched that one. Family Matters, Beavis and Butthead, Dukes of Hazzard, The PJs. Yeah, I mean, Family Matters obviously wasn't offensive. Family Matters was meant to be very much in the vein of like The Cosby Show, like very wholesome and family-friendly entertainment. Beavis and Butthead was meant to be offensive. Dukes of Hazzard wasn't really meant to be offensive. It's just these days people have a much a much different view of the Confederate flag in general. Like you could do Dukes of Hazzard. The General Lee just wouldn't be called the General Lee and wouldn't have a Confederate flag on the hood. Yeah, you just need to change the flag. Get offended over a flag. The thing is, Donut Predator, that flag it's used as a symbol of hate. It absolutely is. I like 2.5 Men. I watch 2.5 Men every day. The Confederate flag. Most people who fly Confederate flags, they don't give a shit about history. Hey, Alex. I still use he, him for now. But yeah, most of the people who fly the Confederate flag, they don't give a shit about history. It's not about heritage. They just hate that, that there are black people who have positions of authority these days. Everyone's like, I want this room. And the current owner had a Confederate flag. I don't want those vibes. Fair. Also, if you see anyone north of the Mason-Dixon line flying a Confederate flag, 100% they are straight up racist. You know, like anyone who's not from a Confederate state who flies Confederate flag, they have no excuse. They are just, they know full well that that it's a racist symbol and that's why they're flying it. If you had a flag, what would it look like? Be a white flag. That was the word I'm thinking. Yeah, I mean, they lost. The losers lost the war, so. Losers? Yeah. Used to live near a bar that is themed on the Confederate flag. Yeah. What if a black person has a Confederate flag? Then that's just baffling. The black people who do have Confederate flags are baffling. It's like, you do know what the Confederacy was fighting for, right? Don't think they understand history. Yeah, there are some, and it is always baffling because, like, dude, the Confederacy didn't want you to be a person. Like, the Confederates thought of you as property. Dude. Just in Birmingham this last week. They don't understand history. They really don't, because, like, the Confederacy was fighting for slavery. Like, that's, like, in their own words, they were fighting to preserve slavery. It's not one of those things where, like, oh, slavery was already on the way out. No, they were. Slavery was alive and well, and the Confederates wanted to keep it going. Very much, I think, represents their Southern culture. Yeah. A black person flying a Confederate flag really is very similar to a Jewish person flying a swastika. Like, they are, like, it is very similar. Because in both cases, flying the flag of somebody who doesn't think you're a human. You know a kid who got the Confederate flag tattoo? Oof. My phone is a lover, not a fighter. Apparently so. Very rare to see that. It is. Hey, comic book. Taught by two white parents. So maybe that explains something. Could be. I remember reading once, somebody explained that. What did I miss? I ordered wings. You missed me eating wings, comic book. Also, there's 2 new emojis. Yeah, someone sort of explained the difference between northerners and southerners. Partner's black and he's autistic. I don't think he knows about history and the Confederate flag. Would I live in a camper? No. Sorry, Kildot. Things were popping. Ooh, interesting. Anything juicy, Kildot? Do you judge me if I moved into a camper? No. You do you. Yeah, the way I saw it, saw one person put it. I'm just paraphrasing here. Is people in the southern US are fine with black people as individuals, but uncomfortable with them in positions of authority, while people in the northern US are fine with black people in positions of authority, but uncomfortable with them as individuals. His family a wreck, lots of drugs and cups and cop calls. Some guy was shouting like he was in pain. I was about to call cops, but the bro did. They rolled up in minutes. Live in the south. Yeah, so like in the south, Southerners, they'll invite black people to the barbecue and be like, "Hey, this is my buddy. This is my buddy. He's a great guy. Yeah, I love this guy. Yeah." But black person is in charge of a company, and then it's like, "Oh, fucking affirmative action. Oh, this is affirmative action bullshit. DEI bullshit." I like that. I'm Southern over any other area in the U.S. My boss is black, and I have no problem. My BF is black. Right, but it's sort of like generalization. I don't think I'd fit in the South. I'm also uncomfortable with people, but yeah. So like they'll live next to a black person. Hey, come on, come over to my barbecue, dude. Come on, get over here, you son of a bitch. Yeah, come on, get over here, your best friend. Fuck yeah. But black person in charge of a company, and yeah, it's proof of affirmative action and DEI and all that shit. Meanwhile, up north, black person in charge of the company, and people be like, "Yeah, you go, brother." But they'll cross the street when they see a black person walking down the sidewalk. I don't think it's that Southerners are exceptionally nice. Just places like New York are rude. What what I have heard is that New Yorkers are busy. It's not that New Yorkers are rude; it's that they're busy. And there are 8 million people living in the city. Like if you need help, New Yorkers will help. It's just they'll as soon as they're done, they're walking away. Like they walk, they they'll do whatever, they'll, you're trying to get something moving. You're struggling with something, they'll help you with it, and then they'll be walking away before you even get a chance to thank them because they've got shit to do. Just have to watch who you talk to and what you say is just being progressive. Yeah. I'm white and I'm more scared of white people than I am of someone of a different race. Yep. Hate Disney tourists. Gave me the impression of that apathy from strangers. I mean, like I said, it's like when you've got that many people, you're gonna bump in. Like 8 million people living in a city, like there's gonna be people bumping into each other. It's just a fact of life at that point. Everyone's always bumping into each other, and they just, whatever. It's unavoidable, so you can't just, you can't spend all that time saying, oh, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. You can't just walk down the street saying, excuse me, the whole way, the whole time. Country or city? The city. I prefer the city, I think. Where I live is so touristy. Like people come here to vacation, so we get a lot of people. I would totally do. I mean, here's thinking like you would start off doing it. You would stop doing it very quickly. First couple days in a city, you probably would be saying, "Oh, excuse me, oh, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me," but you'd get over that very, very quickly when you notice that nobody was actually paying attention to you anyway. Do it all the time in the city I live in. You acknowledge everyone in the South, yeah, because it's got a low population density. You must make eye contact. Yep. Coming home from Virginia to New York, you look up when you walk to say hi to people, and then when I was back in New York, everyone looked down past you. It's a good morning like they do here. Yeah, because I mean, there's just too many people in New York. Like it's just you can't. You can't be polite in a place like New York. It's sort of the key to it. In Mexico, everyone greets you. Yeah, I just feel like New York in particular is just a city where you can't be polite. You can be kind. You can absolutely be kind in New York, and a lot of New Yorkers are like genuinely kind, generous people. They're just not polite. You know? Definitely walk past men where I think they say hello when walking past to make you more comfortable. Rather be kind than polite. Like in the South where they're polite and not kind. That's another thing I've heard. That's another thing I've heard is that, you know, people in cities are kind but not polite. People in more rural areas are polite but not necessarily kind. So did I wake up? It was like 20 after 9 when I woke up because I had a lot of trouble sleeping. Southern people are so fake. That was my favorite city. Of the cities I've gone to, Montreal is just a really good city. Montreal is a really, really good city. So pretty much, yeah. In bed for now because I'm lazy. Yeah, I like to. How do people in Cornwall greet each other? I mean, Cornwall is one of those towns where everybody knows each other. Did I sleep? Oh, it was like 3:30 before I actually fell asleep. Like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon before I actually fell asleep. Montreal, I must visit now. You should. It's a very it's a lovely city, and there is a lot to do there. Do you think anyone from Cornwall watches me? Probably one or two people. I'm mean with socially awkward politeness and nothing good. Yep. That is something fun to do in Montreal. Honestly, just exploring the city. Checking out old Montreal and all that. Almost moved to Canada years back. You should have. Yeah, Cornwall is one of those towns where everybody knows each other. Everybody's related somehow. Oh, yeah, he's dating my friend's cousin. Whatever. How many people do I know in Cornwall? Not very many. I don't know very many people. Because I'm not related to anybody in Cornwall. My mom and my brother, obviously. But, we're not originally from Cornwall. Does Cornwall have a signature hard drug? Don't know about hard drugs. A lot of weed. Very big weed town. It's more or less than 15 people. I mean, probably not. Probably more, but I don't know if genuinely, I don't know how many of the people I grew up with, how many of the people I knew in school. I don't know how many of them even still live in Cornwall. I never run into any of them. Does the smell of weed bother me? Not normally, not usually. Less than the smell of regular cigarettes. The smell of weed bothers me a lot less than the smell of regular cigarettes. I'll say that. Mushroom stuff online, not real mushrooms, but the Delta stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure if Cornwall has any particular problem with meth or anything like that, or any other drugs. My bike ride today, and I kept passing through clouds of dank tank. Currently stocked with weed and shrooms. If you smelled my fruity vape at a bus stop, what would I think of you? I probably wouldn't. I'd probably just tune it out. Nice out today, lots of people partaking. No, good for them, I guess. Weed smells gross though. Well, I don't really have any problem with the smell of weed. I only do it for attention. I do hate the smell of cigarettes. How does it feel to be a womanizer? I wouldn't know. Is that incense because I don't like the smell? Yeah. Can't walk when I tried weed. That's pretty funny. Got my mom high this week. Congratulations. My brothers tried to convince my mom to try weed. Smoke it or bong rip. I don't think my mom ever actually has tried it yet. See me smoking the bong? No. Definitely no bong for me. This is not like it used to be. I have heard that it's gotten a lot stronger. I kept jumping from couch to couch screaming parkour. Hit a bong real hard and spent the rest of the night hitting my head against the wall because I couldn't feel anything. And I kept jumping from couch to couch screaming parkour. Now I just get really high and giggle and want to eat. Drugs didn't have any effect on me. I think I was fighting it. I think what happened with me is that I was fighting it. Just lost 170 pounds, no more weed. Ooh, congratulations, Lynn. Diana Lynn. Yeah, I think in my case, like I was sort of too worried about, I was sort of worried about it, so I fought the feeling of it. I fought off being high, I think. Yeah, as to like I was resisting too much. I'm surprised and offended when my weed has seeds in it now. Okay, I'm fine. I don't feel anything. Yeah, I mean, there was a little bit of I don't really feel anything. I think at most I felt, I got a little bit lightheaded. I'm drinking tequila and I feel sexy like a green M&M ready for a night on the town. What's it like being sober? Kind of dull, frankly. Ice tray with circle-shaped ice cubes. I don't need ice cubes. Not sure I really have enough space in my fridge for an ice tray. Spherical ice and square glass would be such a fun fuck. It's not an ice cube. If it's a circle, it's an ice sphere. Good point, Jenna. Good point. All of us in the chat on substances will lose our minds. I do have a Modoc, an ice Modoc thing. Modoc from Marvel Comics. The mental organism designed only for killing. Make some ice with it for the next stream. I actually don't really remember what box it's in. I think I might. I don't know. Love that you're so real. Thanks, Diana Lynn. Am I high on life? No. No, life is a downer, not an upper. Get more wings? I've had enough wings, I think. No more wings for me. Hey, Jordan. It's true, I didn't. The water glass is not one of the new emojis now. Loving, laughing, loving, and a Faciantor. Picture of the stuffy cove. I don't know. I just thought a screenshot of cove would be cuter. I am not going to be making spherical ice for the square glass. Weed emoji. Pretty sure that would just be a selfie of Jenna. You wanted stuffed cove? Stuffed cove? Tomorrow's white girl tequila day. What I miss? Nothing important, Jenna. I support the weed emoji. I will talk to my mom about Mother's Day. Well, someone was okay, fine, Jenna. Someone was saying that we need a weed emoji. I was just saying that it would be one of your selfies. That the weed emoji would be one of your selfies. It's funny. Thanks, Jenna. I thought so. I tried. Comic stoner emoji. What demographics do you have for stoner watchers? Sadly, that's do a poll. It's legal here, but it's expensive. Weed is legal where I am. I just don't drink it. I just don't smoke it. I just don't do anything with it. Yeah, I just like weed is legal. I just don't do anything with it. I just have no interest in it. Still like a child when I go to his dispensary. Weed syrups and stuff. Yep. When I'm on live chat with the company, why does it take so long for them to respond to each entry? I mean, depends. In some cases, they're probably some of them probably use people from overseas who don't even speak English as their first language. So it takes them some time to figure out how to get the proper wording and everything. Beyond that, I mean, sometimes it just you got to type everything out, and a lot of time they might be dealing with multiple chats at a time. Some, like the company I work for expects us to take 2 chats at a time, which, for the record, I do not. Fuck that noise. What I eat in a day video? I will not. IPAs taste like battery acid. I don't work IT. It's not IT that I do. It is, a customer service thing. And it sucks. No. Not a sysadmin, no. Rather drink because it gives me headaches. When I do drink, I become the most confident, unstoppable person in the world. Then clearly you should drink more, Comic Brook. Drink to achieve your dreams. Tequila, tequila. Tequila. As you get older, liquor fucks you up and doesn't feel as good. Yep. So last alcohol drink you drank? Probably a strawberry daiquiri was probably the last thing, like the last alcoholic drink I had was probably a strawberry daiquiri. Ever bought a girl a drink? Nope. Happy anniversary, Kildot. I don't do any of that stuff either, Color Purple. We're both losers. If the guy bought me a drink, I'd probably pull my pants down. For sex, I'd just pull them down for funsies. There. Anyway, so it seems like 3/4 of the people here are stoners. I'd scuff away from the bar so they find me mysterious and meet me outside, or stand there alone for 30 minutes and begin crying. Both good options. You'd buy me stuff? Thanks, Kildot. I pulled my top down once for fun. I made it for. I don't actually have any Star Wars shirts. I got kicked out of a bar once in college. Good times. No, girl has never bought me a drink. I got escorted by security out of a bar for touching a disco ball. It's right there and it was shiny. Got too drunk and fell. They were like, I tried to give you water. It's like, well, that was really offensive. I don't have an Amazon list super chat. I don't care about Amazon. Tripped ass alone once on my college campus. I kicked down the student government signs and almost got arrested. Hey, Troll, please. Huh, good luck. Do I come here often? Too often. Killface said anarchy now. Fuck the government. I said I'll pick up those signs real quick, officer. Ooh, Jenna! I'm buying you a drink. Like a sody pop. Thank you for the $5, Jenna. Thank you very much for $5. $5. I mean, that's what the kids call it, right? Isn't that what the kids call it? A fiver? Or like they called it that once upon a time? Maybe. If you were at a bar, I'd be buying all y'all drinks. Generous. Cute. Eating great at a bar, I think Jenna's buying. If we were at a bar, it'd be condemned. Get the tequila once, and then that wasn't drunk enough, and drink some Southern Comfort. Yeah, that does seem like a bad idea. What would I drink if I was in a bar? Soda. So 79% of you are stoners. Oh. 78%. 78% of you are stoners. 21% of you are not stoners. 1% of you didn't get counted. A good place to hook up? No. It's a terrible place to hook up, frankly. Seen some cool moms on a stripper pole once. They had a lot of fun from what I could tell. Good for them. This lady was flashing people at the bar, and I think I saw it too. It was my 21st birthday. Birthday to remember, I guess. Anyway, before you all come to Cornwall, I'm gonna get going. We're almost at 2 hours, and I can't hold my poop into for much longer. So yeah, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna go poop. So thanks for coming. I have no idea if I'll be on tomorrow or not. Genuinely don't know if I'll get up in time or not, so. Good night, everybody.